This presentation has been designed to give parents and carers some helpful information about how we at Springfield Central State School use an evidence-based and research-informed approach to teaching children how to read. You will also be given some tips for how you can best support your child at home. At SCSS, our goal is to ensure every student reads, achieves, and succeeds through an approach that inspires a lifelong passion for reading. When they start school, your children will be starting to learn one of the most useful and exciting skills. They will be learning to read and write, and that will open up a world of opportunities to them. They will use those skills to access new knowledge, to develop their creativity, and most importantly, to enjoy books. Your children will be learning how to read in a way that is very structured, logical, and good fun. In this presentation, you will be introduced to some ways that you can help at home to support the learning that is taking place in the classroom. The more you understand how we are teaching your children to read and write, the better you'll be able to support your child. The English alphabet is a code that children learn to crack. When our children begin their learning to read journey, the code can be very confusing and hard to understand. Look at the example on the screen. If children are shown this word and expected to memorize the word, they would find it very difficult. However, if we help them crack the code by teaching them the sounds that the symbols make, they can apply that knowledge and build and read many more words. By teaching sounds in an explicit and systematic way, and the skills of identifying the individual sounds and then blending them together to make a word, cracking the code can be achieved. As you can see from just this one example, English is much more complicated. It is, in fact, the most complex alphabetic language, and therefore the most difficult to learn. Structured phonics is vital in reading success. To become fluent readers and spellers, children need to understand these concepts. First, that our language is made up of sounds, and that letters are used to represent the individual sounds in the language. We start from the sounds, which is what the children already know, and we teach them how those sounds are represented with spellings. We then also teach them that each sound may be spelled with more than one letter. For example, k, a, t, each sound is spelled with one letter. Ship, 3 sounds, sh, I, p. Sh is 2 letters, but it's 1 sound. Night, 3 sounds, n, I, t. I is 3 letters, but it's 1 sound. Wait, 3 sounds, w, a, t. A is 4 letters, but it's 1 sound. So you have 1 letter, 2 letter, 3 letter, and 4 letter spellings. Complex stuff for young children to learn. When your child first starts to learn to read and write, we start with 1 letter spellings, and we only move on to more complex spellings once they are secure in the basics. In prep, we teach the sounds of what is referred to as the initial code. In Year 1, students are explicitly taught what is referred to as the extended code. Additionally, to become fluent readers and spellers, children need to know that sounds may be written in more than one way. In a standard English accent, there are 6 ways to spell the sound A. AY as in play, AI as in rain, EA as in great, the split spelling AE in gate, EIGH in 8, and the A sound in baby. The final concept is that many spellings represent more than one sound. So the spelling EA can represent the sounds E in seat, in head, and A in break. In some countries, one sound is represented by one letter, and that makes it very easy to teach and learn. For instance, in Spanish, the word for physics is física. Each sound in the word is represented by one letter. In Spanish, there is only one way to spell the sound f. In English, there are many spellings of the sound f. So how can you help at home? There are 2 skills that you can help your child develop by doing some simple activities at home. These skills are segmenting and blending. Segmenting refers to the ability to split words up into their separate speech sounds, and blending is the ability to join individual speech sounds together to read a word. We're going to have a look at what these are as we show you an activity called word building, which is an activity used during the teaching of the initial code in prep, but can also be used for students in Year 1. In this video, you will see how to do the word building activity with your child at home. Practicing this at home with the sounds that are sent home each fortnight will support your child in developing their segmenting and blending skills. This activity is called word building.
These are the sounds we need to build the word sat. Listen to what you hear when my finger is under this line. Sat. Tell me the first sound you hear in the word sat. Great, you can hear a s. Show me. Say the sound as you pop it on the line. Well done. Now tell me, what's the next sound you can hear in the word sat? Ah. Great, show me. Say the sound as you put it on the line. Ah. Well done. Tell me the last sound you can hear in the word sat. Sat. T. Great, show me. T. Well done. All right, let's say the sounds and read the word.
Sat. Sat.
Well done. I'm going to write the word. Say it with me.
Sat. Sat.
Well done.
When your child is learning to read and write, we do not use letter names. We just say the sounds very precisely. English pronunciation can be tricky because there are a lot of difficult vowel sounds and words that we don't pronounce the way you think we should pronounce them. But don't worry if you're not very sure. Soon your child will be telling you how it's done. What books can you use at home? Segmenting and blending are the skills applied to decode a word. Children learning to read are decoding. The best way to support word reading is to use decodable readers with your child. Decodable readers contain words that can be read by segmenting and blending sounds that students have been explicitly taught. There are many free decodable books available online. These books are written to only include decodable words, words that the children can read. Choose decodables that focus only on the sounds that have been taught in class. Read storybooks of interest to your child. This is a great way to build the love and passion for reading and to also have great conversations about characters, setting, events that take place in the beginning, middle and end of the story. Read magazines. Play some fun sound search games and see if your child could search for some of the sounds they know. For more information, please visit the Reading and Writing Centre website to access resources that have been specifically created to support parents. There are videos that have been produced by the Department of Education to assist parents to improve their skills in supporting students' reading. We strongly recommend that you do the free online course, Help Your Child to Read and Write, which has been specifically written to show parents how to help their children. The course explains in a lot more detail some of what we have looked at today and gives you some step-by-step instruction on how to help your child and how to correct mistakes if things go wrong. Remember, we want to refrain from encouraging students to use guessing strategies when they encounter an unknown word. That is, look at the picture, look at the first sound. When a student comes across a word they do not recognise, we want them to immediately start sounding out the word to decode. This is how they will commit the word to their memory, which is when the word will become a sight word. If a child memorises 10 words, the child can read only 10 words. But if a child learns the sounds of 10 letters, the child will be able to read 353 sound words, 4,324 sound words, and 21,655 sound words. Dr. Martin Kozloff, 2002. Remember, the best way you can help at home is to show your own passion for reading and help your child discover their passion and love of reading. There are many little ways to enlarge your child's world. Love of books is the best of all. Jacqueline Kennedy.